We're here to talk about a very important issue, especially in San Diego, elder abuse. It's a growing problem, and it can take shape in many different forms. Abuse in our San Diego real estate market is on the rise. There are ways to keep senior citizens safe, our elders, people who you want to take care of that are vulnerable. Rachel King, owner of King Law Firm, joining us to share insight. Good morning, Rachel.
Good morning.
Okay, so I'm curious to know what is happening. What are you seeing here in San Diego for elders? I mean, people are abusing them for their properties?
Absolutely. Elder abuse has always been a problem, but right now, with the real estate market as kind of crazy as it is, we're finding baby boomers are retiring and they're trying to sell their homes, capitalize on their investment, and figure out how they can use the money that they've earned to fund their retirement. We actually have dual agency representation in California for real estate agents, which allows real estate agents to double down on commissions. This can lead to manipulation and heavily influencing the sale price, which ultimately causes seniors to not earn the money that they're entitled to for their lifestyle.
And for a lot of people, you know, even in our neighborhood, we've seen it. Maybe they bought a house in the 60s or 70s for obviously a lot less, and now these are well over $1 million, maybe $2 million homes, because we know what property values have done. So what are these abusers doing? They're looking for those. How are they doing this?
Most elder abuse actually comes from professionals and commonly family, friends, and even caregivers.
Yeah.
And they're coming in, they get to know our seniors intimately, and they manipulate them, quite frankly, into agreeing to things that they normally wouldn't because they trust them, signing paperwork that they don't fully understand, and it's costing them their life.
Yeah, I mean, you think about caregivers are being hired to care for them. That is their job, but now they're seeing that they can take advantage of them.
Take advantage, but because they're providing this care, they're giving them their food, they're bathing them, they're also providing a companionship. There's a sense of trust that's built, and so our seniors are relying on this trusting relationship. I think they also have a sense of fear that if they don't sign the paperwork or make the agreement or give something to the caregiver they're asking for, they're not going to have the companionship. They're going to lose their caregiver. Maybe they are afraid they won't have groceries anymore. And so it's really devastating to see how caregivers in particular, but also family and friends, are able to use this trusting relationship to take advantage.
Because they don't want to be alone and left.
Absolutely.
Right? That is heartbreaking to think that someone would take advantage of someone in that state. But it's happening. You're seeing more of this here in town?
It's happening. It's very common. I think because of the, like you said, the increase in the values of homes, there's so much money that's there. And if you have somebody who, for example, is 95, the reality is they're not going to live forever. So there are people that will see that and say, oh, well, if I can just take 500,000 of it, they have plenty to live on. That's not acceptable. It's illegal, and it's really, really sad that somebody would, you know, fall victim to it.
And for some people, they may not have family that's aware of what's happening. Tell us about that. What can people do? I mean, is there a way to keep an eye out for these things? You know, us that are able to see it, maybe neighbors, I don't know. What's the best way to prevent this?
Intervention.
Okay.
Getting to the bottom line, calling, asking questions, really being involved. It's a really difficult topic to talk about because it can be met with pushback. It can be embarrassing to admit that you were scammed. But if you can talk to them, there are things we can do to prevent the sale of the house, to stop the money from being moved. We can go to court. There's plenty that you can do if you can have the conversation.
Okay, and you're able to stop these things being an attorney, correct?
Absolutely. Okay. I'm an attorney. Reach out to an attorney. There's plenty of community resources out there. It's really important to get the information as soon as you possibly can.
So even if you're a neighbor and you're seeing, there's a caretaker coming here, why are they selling their house? Is it worth calling you and saying, hey, there might be something suspicious going on?
Absolutely. Vigilance, hearing a specific word that is triggering. There may be nothing. Hopefully there is nothing. But it's always easier to go after and stop something than it is to chase after an asset that has disappeared.
Right. You hope you're wrong.
Right.
We're hoping that's not the case. How can people contact you real quick? We have a few seconds.
My website is www.thelawyerking.com. You can also call or text me 951-834-7715. It actually comes to my cell phone.
Your personal cell phone. Thank you for airing that right here. Okay, we'll be sure to put that on our website too. Thank you very much, Rachel.
Thank you so much.
We'll be right back after